Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Miami TVG. This is going to be the first time I'm going to actually do something like this, and that is do a little bit of a reaction to a little bit of a video that I'm watching through X. In this one, why not give the honor to Miami's most poorest team, and I say the Miami Marlins, and I say so respectfully. These videos are made by a few people. This one I'm using Kevin Barral's video. So full credit to him. Hopefully he doesn't mind if I use his video for the reaction I'm gonna do. We're gonna react to this the media availability regarding Bruce Sherman and Peter Bendix, and I want to put my input on things and my reaction. I watched some of it. I didn't see the whole thing. I only saw the part where he was bragging about minor league signings and all that, but I haven't seen everything else yet. So I want to do this first reaction videos, and the honor is the Miami Marlins. So. All right, hope everyone is ready. I'm going to put my volume up. My iPad is right over here. You can see the little red screen record. Hopefully he doesn't mind that I use his video because I'm not in any way copying or stealing his video. I'm simply reacting to it and put my take on it. All right, here we go.
Good morning. It's great to be here. I'm an optimistic person, and I'm really optimistic. And I'm optimistic because what this gentleman to my right has done, and the 100 different front office people we brought in. We have one of the largest staffs in the front office of anyone in baseball. We're bringing incredible skill sets to the organization and haven't here before. We made a significant investment not only in the front office staff, in technology. We've also done a tremendous amount to improve the ability of the players to perform. We're knocking this place down. I delayed it a year as an organization to get it right. We're putting a tremendous amount of resources in Loan Depot. You haven't seen any of this. We're going to have the second biggest actually weight training facility in all of baseball for our players. Our training doesn't stop at the major league level.
Hold on a minute. So you're putting investments on the team, but wouldn't that mean that you actually have the money to spend? And if that's the case, why not sign some of the play? It doesn't have to be a huge name players like Mookie Betts or Juan Soto type of caliber. I mean, you could have the money. You have the resources. First and foremost, what resources are you talking about? I don't know any research that they're talking about. Do you know what they're talking about? They said something about technology, okay? They put a weightlifting room at Loan Depot. Okay, I think that was pretty cool. I think add a little bit of a facility in the ballpark, like a weightlifting room, is actually kind of good idea. I mean, if I want to, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, any way to improve the team, fine by me. But are you saying that you actually have the money to spend? No. We're going to continue.
We've added levels into the organization that we've never had before. So I'm really optimistic about what's going on here. And we just got through talking to the players, and I could feel the vibe. Okay? Everybody.
I wish we could feel the vibe, I wish the fans could feel the vibe than the players can. I mean, it's good for players, to have that kind of vibe saying, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to play for the Marlins. I'm really excited to play baseball. They're excited to play baseball. And the fact of the matter is, when you're excited to play baseball, you should be motivated. You should feel the vibe. You should be excited. But what about the fans? It's about the fan service as well. That should be taken into consideration. Oh, come on.
In there is competing for a position. And we're going to have an exciting team. We're going to have a faster team. We're going to have a better defensive team. And Peter will have a couple comments, and we'll take your questions.
Before I get to Peter, let me comment on that one. I guess the speed level, I can see that. Xavier Edwards is a really darn fast player, but we also saw that with Jazz. You said that with Jazz, and he was traded away. How do we know these players are going to stick around long term? How do we know about that? And also, too, the defensive part, we did not see any defensive part last season. We lost 100 games last season. Are you sure we're going to have a better defensive team? More importantly, the offensive team. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you, Bruce. I'll echo all that. The vibes, the energy, the feeling of optimism here is really palpable. We've got a fantastic coaching staff in place. We've really invested in technology, invested in different roles, invested in the things that we need to build the foundation of this organization. This foundation is imperative for us to have the kind of success year over year that we know we can get to, that we know every fan wants. The foundation is a really key part. And here today in this spring training, we're already starting to see the dividends of that. I can't wait for that to show up on the field. I can't wait for that to show up for the fans. It will show up in the form of our players getting better. It will show up in the form of us having better players. And ultimately, it's going to show up in the form of winning games. And that's what this is all about. It's winning games. It's winning as many games as we possibly can for as long as we possibly can.
You're damn right. It's all about winning games in the foundation. You're damn right about that one. You also said that the players, you're excited about the players on the field, but you also say you're also going to be heavily involved in free agency. You were not heavily involved in the free agency. Sure, you made some minor league deals. A couple that we probably don't even know about, because for all I know, it's probably going to be behind the scenes. But also, too, you trade away some of the players that are, okay, there are some good trades, but there are also a bad trade, too. That's all about trading players away. Why should we be excited about that? How do you know how do you know if these players are going to stick around? And at the end of the day, there's a saying, winning cures all, but you're not going to win games if you're just going to make these moves. Make the move that makes sense. Re-sign a player that makes sense. I'm just saying, I don't know. Again, the fan service is a big thing here, too. I don't know. I'm not feeling the vibe yet. Also, I get what he's trying to say too. We're trying to like a while ago he said it's going to be a long-term fix, but we've been through many rebuilds to know that it will never be a long-term fix. Okay, let me rewind that because I heard there's a God damn it!
That's what this is all about.
Sorry, I meant to try to rewind it, not to double tap.
For as long as we possibly can.
All right, here we go.
My message was, you've seen the investment in people we've made. You've seen the investment in facilities we have made, whether it's Dominican, whether it's what's going to happen here. It's exceeded what other major league clubs have made in investments. And I wanted the players to understand that. And the message is, we're here to make them better. At the end of the day, sponsorships, tickets, and everything is incredibly important. But we're going to engage our fans by winning. We have to win. We have to be sustainable in winning. And you're the individuals and the players who are going to make that happen, not me.
And in addition to...
A couple things. All right. So, yes, the message is about winning, having a sustainable winning team. Fine. Your message is to, know that you're also saying that you want them to get better and things like that. You have that belief in them. Great. All right. I like those comments from Bruce, but also I look at it 50-50. Messaging to the players, okay, good. Messaging to the fans, however, I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it as well. We all want a winning, sustainable team. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be playoffs, but I don't want to be under 500 every freaking year. I think the fans are exhausted by that. The fans are exhausted about the rebuilds. I keep bringing this up because it keeps happening. Let's watch that again, just so that I can make my point.
Understand that. And the message is, we're here to make them better. At the end of the day, sponsorships, tickets, and everything is
sponsorships
important. but we're going to engage our fans by winning. We have to win.
And also the problem by making them better is their value goes up. And when the value goes up, yeah, you get the point. All right, let's continue. Yeah, we already heard about this.
And the players who are going to make that happen.
What does Peter have to say?
And in addition to that, it's that player development continues at all levels.
Yeah.
For every single player in this organization, we are about getting them better no matter where they are in their career. Everything that we're going to be doing is for that purpose. And then we're going to be trying different things. We are going to be trying different things to help get the most out of our players, to help win games. And ultimately, there's a lot of opportunity available, and we want these guys to step up and seize it.
I mean, I agree the parts where they want to make them better. I agree about that part. The player development thing is actually a good idea in terms of the Marlins organization, because also too, they have money to spend. They just don't want to spend the money. But the player development thing, it's all the teams. It's not just the Marlins. But I'm glad that they're taking that seriously to to develop players on the lower level to get them up to the major league level. And they're not going to stop once they get to the major league level too. That part I do like from what the front office did to try to get the coaches and the front office side to get the opportunity to keep developing.
Guys, you mentioned engaging fans and everything you guys have done, basically a lot of behind the scenes stuff. For fans who may not look particularly at that, just your message to them about what you guys have built and what you hope that parlays
What's the reinsurance?
into, even when their main folks probably looking at the roster, looking at the payroll, et cetera, et cetera.
Everybody wants you to sign every free agent that's available. We understand that. And we have signed free agents. We've signed, not the big name free agents, but we've signed betting free agents. Cal was signed. We signed a lot of minor league free agents. We have done more trades than almost any club in baseball. We have an incredible crew of young talent that's going to emerge for multiple years. We're really, really excited about that.
That is not reassuring. I'm sorry. I disagree with this. Why do you brag that you're signing minor league agents? Why are you bragging about that is beyond me. Again, it doesn't have to be a Juan Soto, Clayton Kershaw type of player. Aaron Judge. I can name Ronald Acuna Jr., Freddie Freeman. It doesn't necessarily have to be that type of player, but you gotta be more involved in the major league level too. Cal's not just the one. I mean, you also signed Alex. Is it Alex Wegman? I think that's his name. You signed him, cool, but he might be in the minor league too. I mean, you said you're gonna be you're gonna be heavily involved in the free agency. You're just bragging that you're signing minor league deals. How does that help with the fans? I know what their direction is, to build a farm system that could be sustainable and to be in the top 5. I think at this moment right now, they're in the top 20. I don't know if they have significantly increased in the farm system yet because of all those because of trade values and the prospects that we keep getting. But this is not reassuring. And you're bragging about that we have made most of the trades than any other major league team in baseball. That's the point that we're trying to make. It's frustrating. It is so frustrating that you keep doing that. It's all years of the Marlins organization, not just this ownership group, but Loria's ownership group and the one before that. I mean, you have World Series teams, they trade them all away and sold them all away. I mean, what the hell is that? I don't like this at all, and I hate the fact that he's bragging that he signed minor league deals, and also bragging, this is the big part too, why it's just not assuring to me that you're bragging that you're making the most trades than any other MLB team in the league. Because we already know that.
I think if you take the time to look, get to know our organization, get to watch the players, and get to see how we continue to develop on the field, we're going to create the fans that I want, that Peter wants, that all of you want.
Bruce, fans know this team before you took ownership in 2018. And in fact, none of them were playoff teams, but at least the ownership was willing to spend money. Even if it didn't work out the way they should, at least they had the effort to spend on major league deals like Stanton, Yelich, Ozuna, Rio Muto, some of the main players, they had a good, decent team. They had a good team. It was exciting to watch. Did they make the playoffs? No, but was it exciting to watch? Sure. It was exciting to watch. But you want them to be excited. There's no reason to be excited about it at all. I'm sorry.
So I'm really excited about what's going to happen going forward.
Good for you.
Keep talking about player development and young players. What type of veteran leadership does this team need, and do you think there's enough right now?
Yeah, we have a lot of different styles of leadership. There can be leaders because of experience. There can be leaders because of work ethic, drive. There's a lot of different ways to lead, and we have several different styles of that. A lot of the leadership also comes from our coaching staff, demonstrating this is what it means to go about your work in the right way. But that's another area where we have space available to see who's going to step up and be that leader, to see who's going to step up and show everybody else this is how it's done, to hold people accountable. That's something that I think every group needs to develop for itself.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked so much about the long-term and the plan moving forward, but in the short term, while teams are out there spending so much money to win now, how does this team win now? How do you tell the fans, hey, this
That's a
team
good
can be
question.
competitive and actually win games as opposed to thinking the long-term picture?
I think we're going to win a lot of games, a lot more games than you think we're going to win this year. Okay? I'm excited about it.
I'm sorry, I can't. Oh no. How many games do you predict they're going to win this season? 62? I don't know. I get that he's optimistic and he should be optimistic, but us fans are just not that optimistic. I mean, some fans are even skipping the season to hey, front office, you are terrible at your job. I want you to sell the team. That's the kind of message that the Marlins fans are saying. They don't want to support this ownership group. Frankly, I don't want to support this ownership group either. I'll always support the Marlins, but not this ownership group. This ownership group did a lot of damage already, and especially at the fan service level. But to have the delusion of saying we're going to win a lot more games than we think, you better prove it. You better prove that we can win more games. If you can win at least 70 games, fine. Maybe it's a step to the right direction. But if we lose 100 games this season, why the hell should we get behind you? Because you made the same comment last season. And I'm talking in future. You made the same comments, and we lost 100 games. And last season, we did lose 100 games. That was not exciting. It was a dreadful season. I crashed out. By the way, I apologize for crashing out on the recaps. I'm going to say it right now, and I'll talk about this after, the reaction. I'm definitely thinking about it, although I'm also thinking about not doing it. We'll talk about that after we react. Oh, Come on.
There's going to be more hustle, more speed, more defense than we've seen over the last few years. And I want the fans to get to know the players. I want them to give them the opportunity. There's going to be all-stars. I think we're going to have the best opening game matchup pitching staff, Paul Skeens against Sandy, in all of baseball. I'm excited about the season. I'm excited about what these guys can show. I don't think it's one player. This is a team game. There are 70 people in there. 40 on the 40-man roster, obviously, and 26 are going to be in the dugout. Peter and the entire staff are developing these players at a level I haven't seen in my 7 years here.
But also, too, when we do get to know the players, and we do love the players, you trade them away. Why is there to be excited for? Sandy and Paul matchup on opening day, it is going to be exciting. It's going to be a very exciting opening matchup, but who knows if the offense could step up. And the defense can step up for Sammy.
I'm excited about the season. I don't care about, I obviously know what all the win-loss projections are. I understand the numbers. I know we're in the National League East. If you had the opportunity to see Clayton's speech, Clayton knows what winning is about. He gave the most inspiring speech I've seen in all my years as an owner of this club. And it was terrific, and it was embraced by all the players. They have an opportunity to show what they can do. And some of these players you're going to
Clayton
see.
McCool also could hire, too.
Effectively, by the way, I know you're going to talk about, the 24 season. 23 were in the playoffs. It was the same team, basically, in 24 with a lot of pitching injuries, okay? It's different now. I'm very excited about it.
But also, it's not entirely their fault, but the injuries did happen in 24 as well. That really impacted the season as well. Sandy was gone for the year. Yuri was gone for the year. Braxton got hurt. Luzardo did get hurt. That's why there was that kind of reason why they were traded off. I can understand the injury part, but the love and the interest doesn't make sense. The Jake Berger especially. But we'll see what happens. I mean, the same team with same players, but yet we lost 100 games. Despite, trading away a lot in the trade deadline.
I think we have 2 players who are 30 years old, and they both turned 30 on the 40-man roster. I'm excited.
All right, I'm not commenting on the
Talking about
age.
Connor Norby and his transition to
Oh, yeah,
third
Connor
base,
Norby I'm
what
really
does
excited
he
for.
his adaptability as a player?
Yeah, Connor is somebody who has the tools to be a really good defensive player. I think he knows that. He also doesn't have much experience at third base, and it's daunting to change positions in the major leagues. He has taken to it. He is working hard at it. He is requesting extra work before the game, after the game, because that's the kind of person he is. He's got that grinder mentality. He's got that mentality that he's going to show everybody that he can go out there and be an excellent third baseman.
That was a
And there's
steal,
plenty of
by the
opportunity
way.
for him. If he's able to do that, I think the bat is really going to play. I think he can be an all-star, and I think he's going to show that he can make those improvements defensively.
You get a full season of Sandy holding back. There is a narrative, though, that Sandy might be part of the process of building and being moved at some point. What do you say to that, and the possibility
This is a
of Sandy
big one.
being moved based on his contract and obviously his talent?
Yeah, it's something that we can't really comment on what might happen in the future. Sandy is here right now. Sandy looks as good as I think.
That comment is not assuring. Sorry, it's just not. I said that same sentence before. Let's listen to what Peter. Let's listen again.
Possibility of Sandy getting moved based on his contract and obviously his talent.
Because the question is about Sandy. Will he be part of the team past deadline?
Yeah, it's something that we can't really comment on what might happen in the future. Sandy is here right now.
That the word right now has a lot of speaking into that word right now. Basically, what you're saying is he's here right now. We trade him in the deadline or after the season. If you do that, you are basically saying that you don't have the faith in Sandy, and you're really pushing for the rebuild to build up the farm system. That makes no sense at all. This is a player that won a Cy Young for the Marlins. This is a player that even the mayor gave the plaque to. The mayor. You're really going to put that much of a disservice to the fans by trading away the best pitcher that we have in years? Sandy Alcantara? Why would you do that? Please, reconsider it. This is the player that you should give an extension to. The Tommy John thing, that was unfortunate. But he's back on the field. He's going to do a lot of damage to other teams. I mean, I don't think he's going to regress. I really don't think he's going to regress. He's going to have a monster year. You're going to trade him? This is why I question this ownership all the time. Why are you trading away something that meant a lot to the fans? It's the fan service, I'm telling you, damn it. That's why I'm not that excited, because I don't know what they're going to do. You just never know what the front office are going to do. That they think there's going to be a service, but it's actually a disservice to the city, the fans, and the community. This is bullshit. I don't like the word right now. I'd rather him say yes, we have the future. We want him to stay. That's what I want to hear. But we don't have a comment on that. Sandy is here right now. That's not good. And I think that's a big teaser that they're going to trade him at the deadline. If that happens, then there's absolutely no way I could root for this team as long as this ownership is sticking around.
Sandy looks as good as I think he's ever looked in his career. He was sitting 98 miles an hour in a side session out on the field, looking like he was just playing catch. That's uncommon. That's unusual. But really, the even more unusual thing is the degree to which Sandy is that leader. He is the leader that
Exactly.
everyone else looks to, and he is helping set the tone. So I'm thrilled that he's here. I'm thrilled him against Paul Skeens on opening day is going to be a really fun matchup.
Bruce, for you, is that something you would convey when you talk about Peter about baseball moves? Obviously, Sandy's a big part of the franchise. He's been here. He wants to be here. Is there any way you could just say commit to him, or is that just
Sandy's on a contract. I was the one who extended him. He's one of the better deals we did. We will talk about some of the deals that weren't the right kind of deals. And I'm going to rely on the front office for all those decisions. But Sandy's our franchise right now. We get it.
This is bullshit. All right, I think that's the end of it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna stop right here. Okay, so that is not assuring. That is not assuring at all. The word "we get it," but do you though, Bruce? Because it seems like you're just not getting it at all. If you really get it, you would say, "Hey, I want to re-sign you. I want to give you an extension. That is a good deal possible." That will be a big service to the fans. I mean, God damn it, please. Sandy's been my favorite pitcher and my favorite player on the team, as well as everybody on the Marlins fan base. It would make no sense to trade him. I'm sorry, it just wouldn't. For what? Prospects that might not do much for the team in the future? Why trade for something that the team is going to be terrible to mid that continues to be terrible and mid? You see what I'm trying to say? And if nothing works, then Bruce, sell the team, because you're clearly incapable of running a good baseball team. That's just my take on it. That's my reaction to it. I'm not optimistic about this season. I'll be frank with you. I'm not optimistic about the Marlins at all. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm trying to remain positive. I'm trying to be excited for the future. And in some ways, this rebuild is a bit different in Peter's vision, but not if it involves Sandy. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's my point. You can trade away Luzardo, fine. You can trade away Trevor Rogers, fine. And they did. That turned out to be a steal. But Sandy, I mean, I'd rather move Braxton Garrett because he's very injury prone at this point. You see what I'm trying to say here? That's my point here. Why do something that is a disservice to the fans? Why? Sandy was that big reason why the team was made it to the playoffs a couple of seasons ago. Okay, his tenure, his season was really good. Okay, he had a slow start, sure, but he finished strong before the injury. I mean, he had 2 complete games against the Twins, at least 2 games, the Rays. And you have a good pitching staff. Why waste it on that? Why? And honest to God too, if they pulled that off, then I can't stand behind this ownership. I would not talk about the Marlins until they sell the team, if they follow through it. Now, continuing to talk about my stand with the Marlins. Am I going to do the recaps this season? Will I don't know. I'm 50-50 with it. Honestly, regarding, this past winter, it's been okay-ish. This is not the sports teams talking. This is about me talking. I had a pretty difficult time at the moment. Okay, my personal life has gone chaotic, and I'm at that point where I want to just spend the summer to work on me. I want to take the opportunity to work on me. And I also have a different job at the summertime that I want to focus on that too. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to recap the Inter Miami games. It doesn't mean I'm not going to recap on the Sharks games. I'm still going to do the Inter Miami game because, one, it's enjoyable to watch. And number 2, it would be a disservice to you all too. So I'm not going to spend the entire summer on me because that just be bad for my YouTube channel. You know what I'm trying to say? But the Marlins, listen, you can make an opinion. Say, hey, Miami TJ, you should do this. You should you should definitely do the recap. But what about me personally? Okay, I'm personally going through a difficult time. I'm personally trying to work on myself. Okay, I'm trying to work on pretty much everything. All right, and the Marlins, I don't think it's going to help. I don't think it's going to help my mental. I don't think it's going to help, but we'll see. I haven't made a firm decision yet. I will definitely let you know. At the very least, what I will do is I will do a preview of the season, and I will do a review after the season is over. I will definitely do those, but recapping every single game, especially the last season that I definitely crashed out, I'm still undecided. I'm probably leaning towards no for the reasons that I want to work on myself in the summer. Okay? So I don't know. I have no idea yet. I'm still undecided on that. I definitely would like to, but it's so damn difficult, especially with how my life is going at this very moment. So we'll see what happens moving forward. But as far as this video, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. And let me know if you agree or disagree. Say, hey, Miami TVG, I think this is going to be a good season. Okay, why is it going to be a good season? I want to have that conversation with you. Or Miami TVG, I agree with you. The Sandy moving is not good. Being traded is not that good. I'll be behind you to, boycott the Marlins until the ownership sells, anything like that. If you continue to support the Marlins, fantastic. I will definitely. I mean, if I'm not recapping the game, I'll still go to a couple of games. Okay, I'm not going to be that much of an asshole and say, yeah, fuck the Marlins. I'm not going to vlog. And I'm not going to go to the games. I'm not going to do that. I still have hope for the team in the future. That my point here is, why should I be behind this ownership group? You see what I'm trying to say? I like this baseball team, but I also like watching baseball win. And I'm not going to get that with the Marlins. At least I don't think so this season. Anyway, let me know what you think of this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Hit that like button, subscribe for content if you like it. Because Miami TVG guys are back, and when he does, he'll be right there with the entertainment you deserve. And yeah, folks, this is Miami TVG. Everybody have a good day. And yeah, go fish to the diehards. Anyway, folks, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. With the Herons, into Miami. Could the game be played tomorrow, or could it not be played? We'll see what happens. It remains to be seen. All right, man. I'll see you guys at least tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.